Hi, I'm Kawaii Bree 123, and today I'm going to be reacting to childbirth scenes in anime and giving my feedback on them. For those of you who don't know, I was a labor and delivery nurse for many years and I retired, but I have experience in seeing a lot of childbirths and seeing what it's really like. So I thought it would be cool to watch a few childbirth scenes in anime and see if they're accurate, which I'm assuming they won't be, but kind of giving some info about maybe what was going on in the scene and if it was so ridiculous. I have some funny ones, some serious ones, and some supernatural ones lined up. So stay tuned. So this first scene is from Clannad After Story. So yeah, she's giving birth at home. She has a fever. She seems like it's going on for a while. And I think the doctor hadn't shown up. So this is like a midwife. Labor can take a very long time, especially for the first baby. I think a lot of people are kind of shocked at how long labor can last sometimes. And so I think they definitely did a good job with that. Oh, what a cute baby. So we see here she's really exhausted. She's kind of going in and out after she had the baby. You don't really hear the people who are helping out with the birth say much right now, so I'm not really sure why she's... This is so sad. This is like a tragic scene, and unfortunately women do die in childbirth, but it's always sad and never gets easier. Okay, so let's talk about that scene. So basically she had a long childbirth. She had a fever. I've seen this in childbirth. Sometimes women get like infections from various things. Oftentimes I would see they would get chorioamnionitis, and it is an infection of the amniotic fluid that the baby is in, and it can cause high fevers, fast breathing. So if I had to guess why she suddenly came down with a fever, so I would say that could be the reason that she had a fever and it's an infection. I think they did a good job showing like how long labor can drag on. It can be a long process. It is tiring. It is exhausting. It is hard, especially having your baby at the house where you can't get pain medicine, epidurals, and all that to be comfortable. So that was definitely realistic. The only thing I would say is not realistic is the fact that if she did have that infection, she wouldn't have necessarily died like right after the baby came out, which I'll give them this. The doctor wasn't there, but typically we'll give antibiotics for chorio, and it's not something that directly would kill the mother in that short of a time period, even through the process of labor. The thing that could have happened because of her having chorio is sometimes after the baby comes out, the uterus can't clamp down, and then the patient will like bleed and hemorrhage. So it could be possible that she hemorrhaged, but of course they didn't show anything. They didn't show the people in the room panicking, and it could because they just didn't know what to do. So my guess is either she died of a hemorrhage after she had the baby because of her infection, or she died of the infection. But once again, typically that wouldn't happen like right away. That would be like if it was left untreated and she had it for a time, then she got septic, and then she deteriorated from sepsis. All right, so this next clip is from Full Metal Alchemist, and this one is more of a hilarious video of childbirth. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this one next.
Honey, it's here.
The tea?
The baby!
No! But the doctor said next week!
Well, the baby just said now, and I'm pretty sure she gets to choose!
Okay, leave. I'll bring the doctor
That's
here.
kind of accurate.
You can't
like
help
how
her!
women
How
can
do we
be.
do that?
I guess this counts as party games.
Okay, I've got the hot water.
I'll need a lot of fresh towels.
Okay, I'm just glad your pain's passed. You've been gone for so long.
Yeah, he
Once
probably
again,
had
it
to
does take a
walk.
while.
I can't do this! I'm dying!
Childbirth is an alchemy.
Look, she's alive! Can I do anything, Mrs. Hughes?
You could all stop yelling!
That's such a baby stuff.
Oh my god. I think it was hilarious. I think that the Gracia, her response to being in labor was very accurate. Her voice and being like, just kind of like, that was really accurate. Women say crazy things when they have babies, and it can be a little aggressive and a little assertive. It taking a long time, once again, is very accurate. There are a few things about this that are obviously not accurate. If you ever have a baby at home, Do not have your baby on any furniture that you're attached to unless you have plenty of plastic trash bags and stuff to protect it. And you need to protect it from all the amniotic fluid and everything that comes out after the baby. So her just laying on that couch and having that baby is so not the way it would be, and that couch would be destroyed. Of course, it looks very clean right after the baby comes out. That is also not the case. But I do think women are generally like pretty calm. Like once the baby comes out and they see their baby, they are like relaxed and like just really caught up with looking at their beautiful baby. So that part is accurate. But yeah, that was a hilarious clip. I did like that one. So we'll move on to the next clip. This is a supernatural birth, apparently. I'm assuming it's like some kind of demonic child or something. She chained down, so you know it's about to go down. Thank God they don't do that in real life. They pour blood on her belly to get the baby out. Or something like that. I'm not really sure. Did she survive this? That's what I want to know. I just wanted to show that one because one, it was wild. I don't really know how it went down. I had to find the whole clip, but I did want to show her being chained down, and I wanted to talk about that because we do not chain women down, especially in restraints. But there are situations where you would be strapped down in childbirth, and typically, if you go back for a C-section, what you'll find is you will be in a crucifix kind of position, and your arms will be strapped down, and that's because sometimes they give the women medicine to. You're not asleep for a C-section unless it's an emergency and you have to get put to sleep. But typically we like for the woman to be awake for the C-section. So sometimes if you have time to get an epidural or you already have an epidural, you can stay awake for the C-section. Now, if your epidural does not work, then we'll have to put you to sleep, but we prefer not to. It's also better for the baby if you're not asleep. So strapping somebody down with all four limbs is considered restraint, and so you need special permission to do that. That's in very special situations, and I've never seen a woman completely strapped down. We'll move on to the next one. This is from the anime Monster Musume no Oisha-san. So I think I've actually seen this, or I started this series, so we'll see. I'm sure they're gonna make it perverted in some way because it's itchy. I'm like, where is that egg hiding? That's like so perfect. Like they just gotta show the draws. How itchy is undefeated. Oh, so that's the egg. I guess. That's talent. I just really wanted to know if Ecchi was gonna have a way of making that, kind of pervy. It was very interesting. So yeah, I can't comment much on that. I've never been there for a human giving birth, lay eggs, but I know my chickens get really, really loud when they lay eggs. So apparently, but I think they're celebrated. They call the other chickens over. So once the hen lays the egg, she makes her sound. It's like a unique sound when you hear it. She makes the sound. And so if the other hens have eggs, they also lay their eggs around the same time. And the reason they do that is so that when it's time they get broody, which means they sit on their eggs to hatch them. And so they like to get as many eggs in there as possible, and one hen sits on all the eggs. So they typically will tell the other chickens like, hey, I just laid an egg, and they make this noise, and the rooster does as well. And then any other hens that have to lay eggs typically come over. We'll move on to the next clip, which is Dororo, and it is the birth of Hyakkimaru. So she going through it, honey. That is very accurate. That's accurate. Oh no. Cut that deal. The reason I picked this clip is because I think they did that yell. Like every woman when she's about to like have the baby at the end does this yell, and it's just like, you know that sound when you hear it, if you hear it enough. So I thought that that was like really accurate that they did that when the baby came out. And it also speaks to like how mothers are attached to their children. Unfortunately, I've seen babies who were lost early on, and even though they don't have all their features and everything, like the mom still loves them. They really just see, even though it can be like disturbing one because they lost their child and it's not a fully developed baby, mothers' attachment to their children is just like amazing and beyond any understanding. So I thought that that was actually accurate, that that mother would still be attached to her baby because she just sees her baby and not this horrible demon baby that apparently happened because the dad struck the deal. So I thought that that was accurate. So we'll move on to the next clip. I think this may be my last clip. And this clip is from a fan favorite, of course, Naruto. So we're going to look at the birth of Naruto and see what was accurate about it and what wasn't. So there's that scream. You know what's going down when that scream comes. She said, man up. Women are strong. New child, bless her soul. She already got to go through childbirth, and she got a demon up in there too, girl. Bless her soul. All right, so this is the part where he's crowning. And the reason I chose this clip was because one, it had a supernatural element with her, obviously having that seal on her belly and stuff like that. But I picked this one because I think they did a good job at showing the pain. I think a lot of these clips is like the women were saying they were in pain, but they weren't really like writhing in pain. And I think it's definitely true. A lot of women do writhe in pain, and it's really bad, especially at the end, like when the baby is crowning. That is the most painful part. And all of these women in all of these clips went natural. None of them had epidural, none of them had pain medicine, but I think this one was good in showing that like it is horrible. They are writhing in pain. If you have any more clips that you know of that I can watch and react to and give my opinion about the accuracy of it, please let me know in the comments. And also, if you have any questions about childbirth in general, I am generally okay with answering them, but obviously if you need the help of a medical professional, this is just for entertainment purposes. Always consult your doctor. Yeah, but that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
It was I got a question.